Order the April 3rd meeting of the Paramount City Council. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance, followed with the invocation by Father Julio Gonzalez of Our Lady of the Rosary Church. Please stand.
Where's the flag? There's a flag.
Is it out?
There's no flag.
There is a flag.
It is one. It's not behind the screen.
We're going to have an impromptu presentation of colors.
There it is.
Be standing.
Thank you. Please join me in renewing your pledge to our country's flag. I pledge allegiance.
Mike, can you turn
Is Father Gonzalez here? Please come
the
forward.
mic is on.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Please, I invite you to place ourselves in God's presence. God of love and mercy, we give you thanks for all the blessings that we receive from you, especially the gift of life. We humbly ask you to continue to bless our city of Paramount, our communities, our families, our youth, and our children. We especially pray this evening for our city council members and the new mayor. Grant them your wisdom, guidance, and harmony, so that they remain faithful to the great efforts to serve the people of Paramount. We ask this through Jesus Christ, our risen Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Father Gonzalez. Can I have roll call of council members, please?
Councilmember Guillen,
Here.
Councilmember Hanson,
Here.
Councilmember Hoffmeyer,
Here.
Vice Mayor Martinez,
Here.
Mayor Lemons.
Here.
Our first item, Madam Mayor, is presentations. So we'd like for Mayor Lemons to go down to the front. And I will be calling our guests to come up and make their presentations to Mayor Peggy Lemons. With that, our first presentation is by Congresswoman Lucille Roybal Allard's office. And I believe we have Luz Castro here. Luz?
Hello, good evening, Mayor and members of the council and community members. It is truly an honor to be here today to recognize a very special person, Mayor Peggy Lemons, who's going to be the outgoing mayor. On behalf of Congressman Roybal Allard, I want to say thank you for your service to the community and your commitment to helping improve Paramount. So on her behalf, I would like to present you a certificate of congressional recognition. The certificate reads, "In honor and in appreciation of your exemplary leadership and outstanding commitment to the Paramount residents during your tenure as mayor. Congratulations, signed Lucille Roybal Allard." Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Madam Mayor, our next one presenter is from Senator Ricardo Lara's office, and that's Tanya Martin, and I do see Julia Juarez in the back. Julia, would you like to come up as well?
We are here on behalf of Senator Ricardo Lara and the California State Senate to recognize Peggy for all of the years that she has truly just given to this community. There is nothing in this city that doesn't have your stamp in there somewhere, and that is really just remarkable. And so, on behalf of Senator Ricardo Lara and the California State Senate, we want to present you with a resolution. The resolution is number 260. And what that means is when the Senate gives a resolution, it goes into California history. So when you do a search throughout, throughout the state, and you look at, what has shaped California, has made California great, the 6th largest economy in the world, it truly has been because of people like you, who have given of themselves to the communities that they serve, and who have given, sweat, tears, and everything else that goes along with it, the joys as well. And so we really would like to just thank you on behalf of the people of California, and also the 33rd Senate District. Thank you for all of your service. It has been truly appreciated.
And our next presenter from Assemblymember Anthony Rendon's office, Adrian Landa. Mr. Adrian Landa.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Adrian Landa, and I'm just delighted to be here today. I'll keep it short. Thank you for the many years of service that you've dedicated here in the city of Paramount. The city of Paramount, it is what it is today because of you. And I'll go ahead and just read the certificate of recognition on behalf of Assemblymember Anthony Rendon. And it reads, on behalf of the California State Assembly and the 63rd Assembly District, thank you for more than 20 years of service to the city of Paramount. Your dedication and tireless efforts as mayor have truly provided a better future for the residents of Paramount. I look forward to your ongoing contributions in the 63rd District. You are truly an invaluable part of our community. I wish you continued success.
And our next presenter is from LA County Board of Supervisor Janice Hahn's office, Ms. Linda Johnson.
Good evening, Mayor, council members, and guests that are here this evening. I'm honored to be here to represent LA County Supervisor Janice Hahn, who represents the 4th District and the 2 million residents that reside in the 4th District. It's been an honor working with you, Peggy, in this last year as your term in mayor. You have now completed your 5th term as mayor for the city of Paramount. I appreciate your involvement, especially with the programs in the city, such as the PEP program and the chamber, and it's been an honor to work closely with you in both those programs. Thank you very much. Best wishes to you. This is signed by Supervisor Janice Hahn. Thank you.
And our next presenter is from the LA County Sheriff's Department, new commander, Jim Wallach.
Good evening. On behalf of Sheriff Jim McDonald, I would like to congratulate Mayor Lemons on another successful term as the mayor of the great city of Paramount. She has shown amazing leadership and great support for law enforcement. And on a personal note, I've worked with Peggy for 2 decades now, and she's been a big supporter of mine. And she's never been afraid to tell me how she feels, but I will tell you that in the end, she has been a big supporter of the Sheriff's Department, and we are very fortunate to have her here in Paramount. So on behalf of the Sheriff, we have this scroll that reads, "In recognition of your steadfast leadership and dedicated service to the citizens of Paramount during your term as mayor in 2017 and 2018. The men and women of Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department join me in congratulating you on your outstanding achievement while serving the great community and look forward to your continued success while serving on the Paramount City Council." Congratulations.
And our next presenter is there a representative from LA County Fire Department in the audience? I don't know. I don't see anybody. Okay, we'll move on to the Compton Community College District Board of Trustees, Board Member Deborah LeBlanc and Executive Director Keith Curry.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Deborah LeBlanc, and I'm so honored to be the area representative for the city of Paramount. And tonight, as a board trustee member from Compton Community College District, we are just honored to be able to present this plaque to Mayor Lemons. At this time, I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Keith Curry, who will make some remarks. Thank you.
So thank you for the opportunity. On behalf of the Compton Community College District Board of Trustees, we would like to honor Mayor Lemons for her work and service to the city of Paramount on behalf of the Board of Trustees.
And now from the Paramount Unified School District, Board President Vivian Hansen, and any other board members that are in the audience.
On behalf of the Board of Education, our superintendent, Dr. Perez, and the rest of our staff, we want to present you with this plaque that says, "For your dedicated service, distinguished leadership as mayor of the city of Paramount, and for your continuous support of the students, families, and staff of the Paramount Unified School District." Congratulations.
And our next presenter from the Paramount Chamber of Commerce, Board President Brenda Olmos and Executive Director Kyle Miller, as well as Brenda Croson. Oh, okay. So.
Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening, council members, and of course the mayor. My name is Kyle Miller. This is Barbara Crossan, my colleague, and on behalf of the Paramount Chamber of Commerce management team, the executive committee, and of course all the membership, we just want to thank you for your service over the past year of mayor and all your years of service while we're at it, and then just a personal thank you for all your support of the chamber and the business community. And so we have this plaque for you, just in recognition of your outstanding service. and a letter with some personal thank yous from the board.
And our last presentation, Mayor Lemons, is from your fellow council members from the Paramount City Council.
On behalf of the entire council, I want to thank Peggy for her outstanding service and leadership as mayor. There were so many good things happening in the community during her term. We celebrated the city's 60th anniversary, more new restaurants opened, the Healthy Paramount Initiative was a great resource for our residents, and much more. Peggy's enthusiasm and constructive outlook led us through all of the positive as well as any of the challenges. Peggy's guiding force has always been about serving the best interests of our residents and making Paramount a great place to live. The last year was just the latest example of that devotion to our city. So thank you, Peggy, for a job well done, and we have some special gifts for you.
Beautiful. They made me just a beautiful memory.
Kevin, can you hand her the flowers?
It's probably the first and last time you're seeing. I'd just like to take a minute and say thank you, everyone, for the presentations and for the very kind words. There's been a lot said about me personally, but everyone who works with the city knows that nothing happens without teamwork and without partnerships. And a lot of the people who gave recognition tonight, the supervisor's office, the senator's office, the congresswoman's office, the school district, the college, the assemblyman, you're all our partners. You all make it work. We appreciate so much when we come to you with the needs for our citizens, that you're there, that you listen to us, that you help us make things right. It's been a really tough year for Paramount, but once again, Paramount's shown what it's made of, and we've made it through, and we'll continue to strive to do the best that we can to improve the quality of life for our residents and for our citizens. And I just want you, each and every one, to know how much I appreciate your voices, how much I appreciate your support, and thank you so much. I really appreciate the recognition. Okay, we're going to move to item 2, which is approval of minutes.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes of March 6th and March 20th.
Second?
Moved by Hoffmeyer, second by Hanson. We have a roll call, please.
Councilmember Gian? Yes. Councilmember Hanson?
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffmeyer?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Martinez?
Yes.
Mayor Lemons?
Yes. Next, we will have reorganization. So I have nominations for the office of mayor.
Nominations are open for mayor. Are there any nominations?
I nominate Diane Martinez.
Please indicate your choice for mayor. Gian?
Martinez.
Hanson?
Martinez.
Hoffmeyer?
Martinez.
Lemons?
Martinez.
Martinez?
Martinez.
Congratulations, Mayor.
I'd like to thank my colleagues for the confidence they have shown me by voting for me as mayor. I am honored and humbled to represent our great city as its 61st mayor. I am looking forward to working with each of my colleagues and our staff for the betterment of Paramount and its residents. We will continue moving forward and capitalizing on new opportunities. We will continue to keep our city a beautiful, progressive, and safe place to live, a place we can all call home and be proud of. I commit myself to serving the people of Paramount to the best of my ability, with pride, commitment, and above all, with integrity. In closing, I'd like to thank my family who are present this evening, my brother and my nephew, Anthony and Nicholas, my friends who came out to support me, members of my church, my pastor, Father Julio Gonzalez, the Sisters of Our Lady of the Rosary. These special ladies have helped shape me to the person I am. And I'd like to thank some good friends that came out, Congresswoman Linda Sanchez, who's been a very dear friend of mine for years, Judge Frisco and Gianni Frisco, thank you so much for coming out. And my friend from high school, Linda Cawley, who's always been there to support me. And my other friend who I teach with, Donna Silva, has been a very good friend. And some of my teachers are out in the audience that came out, Thea Lincoln and my good secretary, Mr. Ramirez. So, and all of you, I love you dearly, each and everyone present this evening. You do hold a special place in my heart. I thank you for your support, your love, your encouragement, and your prayers. That helps me through my life's journey. And I am here to represent the city. I'm very proud to represent this beautiful city. So God bless each and every one of you, and thank you.
Nominations are open for vice mayor. Are there any nominations?
Tom Hanson.
Please indicate your choice for vice mayor. Gian?
Hanson.
Hanson?
Hanson.
Hoffmeyer?
Hanson.
Lemons?
Hanson.
Martinez?
Hanson.
Congratulations, Vice Mayor Hanson.
I did not write an entire speech, but I'll kind of ditto on what our mayor said. And I thank my colleagues for the trust that they have put in my hands, basically. And I will assist the mayor and the council any way I can and any residents that I can. So thank you very much.
At this time, I'd like my colleagues to join me at the podium, please. Tonight, as we do periodically, we are recognizing some special events and special members of the Paramount community. Our first presentation is Arbor Day. We love our trees in Paramount and have a wonderful urban forest throughout town. We will be adding more greenery to the city on April 28th with our first annual Community Arbor Day celebration and tree planting event. Trees have immense value to our surroundings, of course, the beauty of the city. They also clean the air, produce oxygen, provide habitats for wildlife, and increase property values, among other benefits. To celebrate Arbor Day this year, we will be planting dozens of trees in our parkways and parks on Saturday the 28th. We thank our vendor, West Coast Arborists, for donating these trees. We are also happy for an official designation making Paramount a tree city through the Arbor Day Foundation. We will be sending this proclamation to the foundation as part of that effort. Planting and caring for trees contribute to a sustainable environment for future generations. If you would like to volunteer for the planting this month, please speak to a staff member after tonight's meeting. Do we have anyone in the audience from the Arbor Day organization? Okay, item 2, National Library Week. Will Iris Lagan, Dolores Tripp, and any members of the Friends of the Library or the library staff please come forward? Iris is the Community Library Manager for our Paramount branch, and Dolores is President of the Friends of the Library. Tonight, we are issuing our yearly proclamation for National Library Week, which this month will take place April 8th through the 14th. The theme is Libraries Lead. Our library has been a leading presence in the community for more than a century. It's a wonderful resource with events and programs held all year long. In fact, the Friends of the Library will be holding a special open house on April 14th from 11 to 2 p.m. There will be music, free books, light refreshments, raffle prizes, giveaways, and the performance by the Wacko Show, a funny, kid-friendly magician. Our library staff is the best. They're always ready to help and serve. Speaking of the staff, I'm sad to note that we're losing Iris. She has been promoted to oversee 2 libraries in Southgate. She's been a real treasure during her time in Paramount, and we wish her all the best. Iris, would you like to say a few words? Okay.
Thank you, Mayor. I would just like to thank the mayor and everybody in the city council, as well as all the city staff, the Friends of the Library, and the residents of Paramount for being so supportive of Paramount Library. I've worked for several different libraries throughout the county, and I have to say that here is where I met such passionate people who are just so proud of their city, and that made me proud to work for them. So even though I am excited for my new adventure, this is a bittersweet parting, and I'm very sad to leave Paramount. I'll miss you guys. Thank you.
DMV Donate Life. Now please welcome Ambassador Paulina Cuevera from the organization One Legacy. Paulina, are you here? Okay, I'll go ahead and read it anyway. April is DMV Donate Life California Month, which highlights the importance of organ, tissue, and blood donations. Here are some interesting statistics. 1 person can save 8 lives and enhance 75 others through organ, eye, and tissue donations. More than 120,000 Americans are currently waiting for an organ transplant, nearly 22,000 of them in California. On average, 150 people are added to the nation's organ transplant waiting list each day, 1 every 10 minutes. Approximately 81 organ transplants take place every day in the United States. In California, the DMV has a Donate Life registry that lets people identify themselves as organ donors on their driver's license. You can sign up for this when getting or renewing your license or ID card, or you can do it online at donatelifecalifornia.org. For blood donations, you should contact the American Red Cross. And Paulina, is she here? Oh, she's in traffic, okay. Fair Housing Month. Would Martha Torres from the Fair Housing Foundation please come forward? April is Fair Housing Month throughout the United States, an occasion to highlight the fact that everyone should be treated equally in the sale or rental of housing. In Paramount, we strongly support this idea. We believe that anti-discrimination laws are important. We're proud to participate in Fair Housing Month. The Fair Housing Foundation provides crucial services for our residents. They offer mediation and counseling, they investigate discrimination in housing, and they hold workshops, training, and community events for both tenants and property owners. To learn more about the organization, you can visit fhfca.org. Martha, would you like to state any comments? Okay.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the council, city staff, and fellow Paramount residents. My name is Martha Torres. I'm the Fair Housing Specialist with the Fair Housing Foundation, and we would like to thank you for recognizing us today, and also to take this opportunity to give you an update of the things that we're doing in Paramount. So far this year, we've counseled 84 clients on general housing issues. We've assisted clients with housing discrimination complaints and provided different workshops, all held here in the city of Paramount, specifically for their residents. In closing, I want to state how much we enjoy working with the city staff and being able to affirmatively further fair housing. We appreciate you presenting this proclamation to FHF and are honored to be here tonight. Thank you.
I guess.
Would Captain Rolock of the Sheriff's Department please join us once again? Or Commander, right. Captain Rolock, it's official now, Captain, it's Commander?
Yes.
Okay. Commander Rolock has had a long, solid relationship in our city during his 28-year career. He has served the residents of Paramount as a patrol deputy in the 1990s. He later came back to town as our station's dedicated lieutenant. His latest connection began in April 2017 when he was named captain of the Lakewood Station, becoming in effect the police chief of Paramount. We couldn't have asked for a better person in that position, but as the saying goes, you can't keep a good man down. After this brief year, Jim is moving on. Sheriff McDonald knows quality when he sees it and has promoted Captain Rolock to the position of commander. So we thank Jim once again for his super work and true dedication to Paramount, and we wish him all the best. As a remembrance, we have some nice Paramount items for you, Commander.
I feel very blessed this evening. One of my dreams was to be the captain of this community, and that dream came true. This miracle that is Paramount is something that, unless you've witnessed it, you wouldn't understand the change that has occurred here. I came here in 1994, and it was a different city. In 1984, it's a lot different. And what I have witnessed is truly a miracle. And the reason for that is this specific city council. They have, when it comes to public safety, they have put their money where their mouth is, and the results are very evident. I leave Paramount tonight in great hands. We have an incredible team. I mentioned the support of this city council, but on the public safety side, we have Adriana Lopez, who is a great leader. We have Lieutenant Oscar Berrigan, who has taken great ownership of this city, and we have great deputies, courageous deputies that work here in the city of Paramount. And you're also very fortunate to get a wonderful captain. Captain Rick Harpham is very familiar with Lakewood. He's worked the station of Lakewood for more than 16 years. He has worked in the city of Paramount, and it's going to be a very smooth transition. So for all your support from this city council and all the support from the citizens of Paramount, I am truly thankful, and God bless all of you. Thank you.
Well, thank you for the introduction. It's definitely an honor and privilege to take over command of the station. Madam Mayor, council members, Adriana Lopez and John Moreno, and all of the Paramount community, I do look forward to continuing our collaborative effort to public safety in the city of Paramount and ensuring that it remains a safe place to live, work, and play. And as Commander Wolak stated, I'm not new to the city. I began my patrol career here in Paramount in the late 80s. And I've seen the same transition he just talked about over the 16 years off and on that I worked in the city. So I've worked every rank. I've worked in this city many years, and I really look forward to this opportunity. So thank you.
Okay. Paulina from Donate for Life. Hi, Paulina. You were stuck in traffic, huh? Okay, that's all right. Okay, would you like to say a few words?
Well, thank you for coming here and thank you for inviting us. On behalf of Donate Life, Donate Vida, my connection to Donate Life, I'm a kidney recipient, but also I'm a donor family. My life was saved 8 years ago, and also my dad died 6 years ago. He was a tissue donor, even he was with diabetes for more than 25 years. I'm here to accept the proclamation of Donate Life for this month and saying to all the people here in the city of Paramount to become an organ and tissue donor. It's very important. Every 10 seconds, more than 10 people die on the waiting list. And every 25 minutes, 20 people is adding to that waiting list. Please think about it and be a donor.
Paulina, I am a donor. On my driver's license, I have my little red dot. Okay, we'll take a photo with you really quick. Okay. This is her mother. Okay, also I see a friend out in the audience who's been a dear friend of mine representing the city of Lakewood, Councilmember Jeff Wood and his wife, Mary Jane. Thank you for joining us. Okay, at this time we're going to recess for a few minutes, have some food and relax a little. Thank you so much for coming out. Mr. Moreno?
Yes, Madam Mayor. Before we go into public comments, we do have our traditional City Council public comment updates. So from the March 2018 City Council meeting, Mr. Gerald Serta came up before the council and wanted to know how much money was raised for the slain Bellflower resident who is also a Paramount High School student. As an action, the staff contacted Mr. Serta by phone and by letter, informing him that this is not a city matter, as the city did not collect the money for this cause. Mr. Serta was referred to the school district for further information regarding this matter. And that concludes my presentation. And moving on to public comments, we do have a speaker's card from Mr. Gerald Serta, and he wants to discuss with the council a follow-up. Mr. Serta?
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Congrats to all the persons recognized tonight. Today, I would like to follow up on some matters brought before you. First, what is the timeline for Edison's major upgrade for the city of Paramount? This was mentioned last year during the blackouts, and they have been reduced significantly. However, numerous street lights are out throughout the city. California also. Second, California Water Fix was mentioned last month. This project will increase water rates throughout the California and property taxes. This project was not introduced on any ballot for voters to decide, but now the burden will be on taxpayers. What is Paramount doing to avoid taxes for water project we don't need since we utilize water wells? And lastly, with all the rain we have received, it is time to maintain DWP's and Edison's easements throughout the city to avoid mosquito breeding grounds. The flu, cold, whatever is going around has many residents ill. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Serta. Staff, would you like to report on this, or would you like to do a follow-up at our next council meeting?
We'll do a follow-up at our next council
Thank
meeting,
you,
Madam
Mr.
Mayor.
Serta. Any other public comments?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Item 12, General Plan Annual Report, Calendar Year 2017.
Madam Mayor, we do have to do the consent calendar.
Oh, I skipped.
Madam Mayor, I would move the consent calendar with the exception of item 306254 and 306348. Those items were made payable to my former employer, and I was employed at that time with them, so I'm disqualified from voting on them.
I'll second.
Okay, may I have a roll call, please?
Councilmember Gian?
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffmeyer?
Yes.
Councilmember Lemons?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hanson?
Yes.
Mayor Martinez?
Yes.
Make a motion to approve the 2 items.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Gian?
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffmeyer?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hanson?
Yes.
Mayor Martinez?
Yes. Item 12, may I have a staff report?
Yes, Madam Mayor and Council. This is something that we do annually. It's required by state law. Just a bit of a background. A general plan is a long-range planning document. It's a tool that the city uses to forecast long-range development. There are different parts of the general plan, and it's not just all about land use. It also examines programs that we have that involve things like economic development and transportation. So with that, I'll turn it over to Kevin Chen, our Assistant City Manager, who will give you the update for calendar year 2017.
Thank you, John. Good evening, Madam Mayor and members of the City Council. Before you tonight is our annual progress report on the city's general plan. And as you know, and as John mentioned, all cities in California are required to have a general plan to be used as a comprehensive, long-range planning document looking at 10 to 20 years into the future. This annual reporting that we're doing tonight is required by state law to apprise the City Council on the city's progress in implementing the various general plan elements. So again, this item is intended as a progress report, and no changes to the general plan are being proposed at this time. At a later time, however, probably in the future, staff will return with a plan for a full general plan update, which, as you know, is an enormous undertaking requiring multiple years to complete. And for background, the city's general plan includes 7 elements, which are shown here. We have land use, economic development, housing, transportation, public facilities, health and safety, and resources. Some of the general plan element implementation highlights from 2017 are shown here and include, under land use, the City Council formed the Air Quality Subcommittee to develop recommendations for revamping the city's industrial zoning regulations in response to the current air quality situation. The city also approved Phase 2 of the Clearwater Crossing development, which will bring 2 new restaurants to Paramount, Stinking Crawfish and Pizza Press, And I'm sure you've noticed that construction of this phase is well underway. Of course, this is the final portion of the overall restaurant development project, which also includes Chipotle, Waba Grill, and The Habit. There were also numerous park-related and recreational program improvements like the completion of the futsal courts at Paramount Park, the summer concert series, the military banner recognition program, and continued work on the bike trail extension design. Under the resources element, the city continues its participation with the Lower Los Angeles River Working Group related to the Los Angeles River revitalization planning efforts. In terms of transportation, the city continues to work with Metro and Eco Rapid Transit on the West Santa Ana Branch Light Rail Corridor project, which is anticipated to bring 2 stations to Paramount, as well as transit-oriented development around these stations. And finally, the city's economic development team is in continuous contact with members of the business and development community to bring in new businesses to Paramount to help reinvigorate the local economy. So with that, staff recommends that the City Council receive and file this report, and I'll be glad to answer any questions you might have. Thank you.
Any questions for Mr. Chen?
Make motion to receive and file.
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Councilmember Gian?
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffmeyer?
Yes.
Councilmember Lemons?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hanson?
Yes.
Mayor Martinez?
Yes. Item 13, proposed change to the existing public safety scarecrow program. May I have a staff report, please?
Yes, indeed, Madam Mayor and Council. This is something new that we want to try, and it's kind of along the lines of our tradition of creating public safety programs that we think are unique and that would help out our sheriff's deputies. For years, as you know, we've had a security program to stop robberies that are occurring at convenience stores. Interest in this program has gone down for a number of reasons, but the good news, though, is that the crime stats for this type of crime have gone down. So we have some money left over in this year's budget for this program. Our hope is to reallocate this money for a different use. However, the goal would be the same, which would be to deter crime. So once again, we're trying to be proactive and recognize things that are going on in our region and respond to that. So with that, I'll turn it over to Adriana Lopez, our Public Safety Director, who will go over the item. Adriana?
Thank you, John. Good evening, Madam Mayor and council members. As John mentioned, we are proposing a change to our Scarecrow program. And since 1995, the City of Paramount created a program to assist small family-owned businesses in Paramount to obtain security camera systems. The program was aimed at deterring robberies, business burglaries, and other property crime-related incidents. As John mentioned, this program became known as the Scarecrow program. Under this program, the owner would receive financial assistance with the installation as well as the equipment, and in addition with the maintenance of the camera system. Also, the guidelines were that the city would pay 80% of the total cost for the installation and the equipment, and the participant would pay 20%. As John mentioned, this is something that we've budgeted for a long time. Currently, we have $5,000 under the general fund. We have seen a reduction in interest for this program. We believe it's because a lot of the security cameras now require high-speed internet, and a lot of the small businesses do not have access to that, and also there's a higher cost associated with the internet requirement. So if we're looking at our statistics, crime statistics, as John mentioned, we saw a decrease in our business robberies. And in residential burglaries, we saw that it remained flat for the last 5 years. Annually, we're seeing about 129 reported residential burglaries, and that the key is reported. We believe that there might be more because people are not reporting porch thefts where there's something that's dropped off on your porch and then it's taken. So the 129 is reported residential burglaries. So what we're doing is we're proposing a change to the Scarecrow program to reduce the residential burglaries. The proposed pilot program would target residents who are interested in installing security features on their property. The rebate would be $200, and this would include the purchase of any home security product, which would include a security alarm system, a doorbell camera, and I think those are a hot item right now, and also exterior floodlights with the camera. The resident must be a new customer to a security camera company and needs to purchase the security product within a time frame. The resident will also need to submit an application with the copy of the invoice and then also a receipt within 60 days of the purchase. And it would be one per household, and it would be first come, first serve. Here's a sample of some of the products that are out there. I've learned a lot doing the research. I was not aware that there were floodlights with cameras, so that's a great piece of equipment. With that, it is recommended that the City Council authorize the city manager or his designee to make the proposed change to the Scarecrow program and include residents as part of the program.
Are there any questions for Adriana?
Madam Mayor, I don't have any questions about the program. I'm actually in favor of it. In working with the business community, I know that what you're saying is true. There's less and less interest. The systems have gotten cheaper. They're doing them on their own. Sometimes it comes with. But I couldn't help when I was reading the report on this project of thinking. So if you'll bear with me for a moment. If this could be a possible answer for our air filter issue, a rebate program instead of a grant program, because the grant programs are coming with restrictions and stumbling blocks and criteria that we don't meet. And if it's a rebate program, Mr. Cavanaugh, does that eliminate us from the gift of public funds, is what I was wondering?
Thank you, Councilmember Lemons. It's a good question to bring up. The only way I can qualify a response with that is to understand that the reason why this qualifies as a expenditure, which would be a gift of public funds, is because we're able to establish through the report that Adriana Lopez gave that there's a direct nexus between burglaries or robberies that were originally in the Scarecrow program. And what we're trying to do now is to say, okay, residential burglaries, even though they're flat, still exist, and you can see the number there. So there's a public interest, if you will, of trying to reduce that crime, and so the cameras is. So it doesn't make any difference whether it's a grant or a rebate, it's still an expenditure of public funds. And in order to be not a gift of public funds, there has to be an establishment of a nexus between what the money's been used for and what the goal or objective is to do, and have data that supports that, like what we've just seen here.
Okay,
Does that answer?
Yeah, I think so. So it would be something the staff could research then to see if we could draw that correlation.
Yes.
And my concern would be too that in the grants that I read that we applied for, like most of them were good for like around freeways because of the particulates of the diesel fuel, but we didn't qualify for the other pollution issues that may exist. So my thoughts are too that, like, I live close to the freeway, or the residents in my neighborhood do, other people live in the industrial core. So the needs of each resident may be different. And if it's a rebate program, much like how we saw there were 5 or 6 different kinds of options for public safety, then they could research their own needs for air filtration, because that could differ from resident to resident. And again, then we don't have to meet this flat criteria, you know, for anything. So at some point, you know, if the mayor entertains for maybe us to be able to look into that and see if we can, on our own merits, create the criteria for that. I know we've done rebates for a number of different things, but I believe they were back with redevelopment funds is why we didn't have those restrictions, right? Yeah.
Okay,
But that would be great. So thank you, Madam Mayor, for that moment.
From Councilmember Lemons. Do
And
I
with that-
have consensus from my colleagues, direct staff, to do research on rebates on air filters? Yes, no,
Yeah.
yes?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, well, you've got direction. Okay, may I have a motion for item 13, please?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Gian?
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffmeyer?
Yes.
Councilmember Lemons?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hanson?
Yes.
Mayor Martinez?
Yes. Item 14, Heritage Fair and Summer Concerts. May I have a staff report, please?
Yes, you may, Madam Mayor. We have our plans for our summer events, and we wanted to share these with you. We're excited to keep growing these events and growing them each year. Our goal, obviously, is to make them more impactful to the community, more enjoyable, so everybody can have a real good time. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to David Johnson, who's going to go over some of the events that are planned. Dave?
Thank you, John. Mayor and council members. So this is when recreation turns into recreation. So our first event that has a concert is our Heritage Festival. Again, we're offering it this year in June, and this year we're going from 4 to 8. Again, it's at Paramount Park. We will kick off the evening with Little Mo and the Dynaflows. You might remember them from our 60th anniversary. They were the group that performed at the Paramount Gym for our sock hop. And they also played at last year's summer concert. And then we end the night with La Sonora Dinamita, which is our Cuban group, and they are well loved. The other activities going on at the Heritage Festival are the same things we did last year. We do have the addition of the National Dairy Council is coming out with their education wagon, and they promised us they're going to do a cow milking demonstration. So if anybody wants to jump in there and demonstrate, feel free. So here's just some photos from last year. Again, a very varied event with a lot of activities going on. So then we go into our summer concerts. They will start July 5th and go all the way through August 9th. They will be every Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. And again, we moved it from Paramount Park last year to Progress Park. That worked out really well, so we're going to remain them at Progress Park. We do have the 6 bands listed there. We're going to go through some slides here that kind of give you a little taste of what these bands sound like and the genre of music that they represent. So let me go into that. Here's our first group, Ricardo Levmo and Maquina Loca. Whoops, that didn't go. Where's my music?
Zambia Mpungu, Mpangiame, Kambadiame, Yoyo mano di kulusu, Angitele buisunje, Yoyo mano di kulusu, Angitele buisunje.
So that's our first group. Whoops, I can't control the mouse. Our next group is the Tom.
We're gonna buy ourselves a shotgun now. We're gonna load it up, baby, now. We're gonna load it up, baby, now. And then we shoot 'em for the run now. Hey, I said.
And then we go into Mariachi Romanza.
Al despertar la mañana, quiere cantar su alegría a mi tierra mexicana.
And then we go into our Crown City Bombers for a little.
My baby knows just how to treat me right. Gives me plenty of love and more.
Now the next one is, whoops, going back again, is actually pretty exciting. This is a U2 cover band, and take a look at the performers. They look like U2 and they sound like U2. They are really good. Go ahead. So that evening will be visited by Bono. And then we end the concert series with the Smith Band. This is for you, Daryl.
There we go.
Just make sure that it looks like me. So the mountain don't call the police. And don't tell my dad I stole the keys to his cat. Don't do it, daddy. I gotta get the hell out of this alley.
So going back again. So we're excited about the genres of music. We have a wide variety, so we're looking for a really fun concert series. Something that we did different this year, we actually sent out letters to our local business community looking for sponsors to support the concert series. So currently, it's still ongoing. If there's any businesses out there who want to support the concert series, I'm right here. But we currently have 4 sponsors. They're at the platinum level. They've donated $1,000. We have, I think, 4 levels that they can contribute, 5 levels, I'm sorry. And then those platinum sponsors are Alt Air Paramount, Horchateria Rio Luna, Ward Properties, and Clinica Medica Hispana. And then we have Casa Camino, who is at $100. So we're really excited. This is our business community again. At the same time that we're out there hunting money for the PEP scholarship program, these sponsors are also contributing to that, and they're also contributing to our city concert series. So these are some really wonderful businesses that we have in town. And again, still another pitch. If you're a business and want to donate, I'm right here. And that concludes my presentation. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? Nope. Okay, thank you, David.
Where's my Motown?
Oh.
Nolan's close. Not even close.
Are there any comments or committee reports from council members?
I don't have a committee report, Madam Mayor, if I may, but I do have comments. I'd like to congratulate the Paramount Youth Soccer for their kickoff this past week. And I think Louis said that there were 24 teams. I know there were more than 20, but the field was absolutely packed, and the parents were there to support it. It was really, really a great event. The Day of the Children event, congratulations to Peak Sister Cities. You did an amazing job. I don't know if you have a count, David, but I thought there were about 600 to 800 people there. I don't know if...
I know if Frank wants to tell me what that number is, but I'm going to say, actually, it's very similar to what our old Easter event was.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that number much higher.
Much higher?
Yes,
I
it was
there
really
early
well attended.
morning, yeah. So plenty of booths, lots of really great entertainment. You know, all the kids in their costumes. Was great of the assemblymen to come out and be there with us. And huge kudos to you, David, and your staff for the Eco Fair that you put on, for being our first one. I thought you did an amazing job. There were some really interesting booths there. I spent way more time than I should have with the guy with the little newspaper potted plant thing, you know, trying to twist that around and make my own little seedling. And people really seem to enjoy it. The grid program, which I'm a big supporter of, I'd like to see our residents really get to take advantage of those free solar installations, so that their booths stay busy all day. And then just in closing, during my comments closing out as outgoing mayor, I neglected to thank you, the staff, and I really want to do that. You were just so marvelous throughout the year. There was so much work to be done, and so much information that had to be gathered very quickly, and a lot of extra time and a lot of extra hours. And there wasn't anything that you were asked for that you didn't deliver on and come through and, you know, work your selves crazy for the residents of this city. So thank you so much for all the support that you showed me throughout the year as the mayor, and for how good you are to our city. And I also wanted to thank my colleagues for all of your support throughout the year, for being there whenever you were asked to be and needed, and for being such great servants of Paramount. Thank you.
Councilmember Hoffmeyer?
Well, I was at the soccer festival and the clean air thing at City Hall, pretty much like everybody else on the city council. So I was absent from the children's fair, but anyway, I was at the other two. Great events, something to look forward to.
Vice Mayor Hansen?
Everyone's kind of already said it all, because I was at all those things too.
Okay.
But I would add at the Day of the Child that we were there a little later. I don't think we left till close to 12:30, 1 o'clock, and it seemed like more and more people just kept coming in, and probably what you were talking about there, Dave, I would assume.
We ran out of parking again.
Yeah, it was very crowded, and my hat's off to Frank Barraza and his group at the Peak Sister Cities. They did an outstanding job, and also the city staff that was there to assist with everything too. So it went very well.
Councilmember Gillen?
Just to echo everything everyone else has said, and Healthy Paramount at Salute Park had a great turnout. And it was good to see a lot of people come out that early in the morning on a Saturday to, get their exercise going. And then I just got a notice from the AQMD, and they're asking for Paramount residents to go to the AQMD tomorrow because it's a very important rulemaking meeting for 1469, and that's down in Diamond Bar. If anybody has any questions, you can see me afterwards, but they're requesting residents to attend if possible. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'd also like to commend Frank Barraza, the president of Big Sister City. Saturday's Dia de los Niños was awesome, was excellent. And it was so nice to have Channel 7 anchor woman Annabelle Munoz in attendance. And I was very impressed because she started at 11:30 and the fair ended at 1:30. And so I thought she'd be gone by 2. She stayed till 3:30. She's a very, very lovely young lady. And she worked for the city. She worked as a lifeguard, my understanding. And so as I sat with her and spoke with her, she said, "God, you look so familiar." And she goes, "You know what? Now I remember you." She says, "Years ago when you were mayor," she goes, "it was my first interview, and we were videotaping you." And she goes, "And I asked you a question, and I extended my microphone for you to speak, and you took the microphone out of my hand." And she goes, "I was fighting back and forth for the microphone." But she's a sweet gal, and it was really nice to have her. There was a nice touch, and all the children, and it was a beautiful community event. And I thank you once again, Frank Barraza, for bringing the community together. God bless you. Thank you. Okay, anything else? Okay.
Yes, Madam Member, just real quick, I would just like to thank the council for their patience with us here at Progress Park Plaza. This is our 3rd meeting, I believe. So the council chambers is coming along. It's under construction. There's a lot of sawdust in there and a lot of cutting, but we'll be here for another 2 more meetings, if I'm not mistaken, and then we'll be back at the May study session at the council chambers, and we'll have the flag and working microphones and everything else to go with it. So thank you for your patience.
And at this time, I'm going to adjourn the meeting in honor of Kurt Corver. Kurt Corver, his grandfather is the senior pastor at Emmanuel Reformed Church, and his uncle is a pastor, Ken Corver. And his father, Kevin, and his wife, Lane, are pastors in Iowa. So at this time, I'd like to adjourn in his honor, Kurt Corver. Okay, at this time, let's move on to our successor agency for the Paramount Redevelopment Agency. May I have roll call of council members, please?
Councilmember Gian.
Here.
Councilmember Hoffmeyer.
Here.
Councilmember Lemons.
Here.
Vice Mayor Hanson.
Here.
Mayor Martinez.
Here. Item 1, consent calendar.
Move it.
Second.
Okay, may I have a roll call, please?
Councilmember Gian.
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffmeyer.
Yes.
Councilmember Lemons.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Hanson.
Yes.
Mayor Martinez.
Yes. At this time, Councilmember Hoffmeyer will.
I'd like to call to order the Paramount Housing Authority. Roll call, Commissioner, please.
Commissioner Gian.
Here.
Commissioner Lemons.
Here.
Commissioner Martinez.
Here.
Vice Chair Hanson.
Here.
Chair Hoffmeyer.
Here.
Make a motion, sorry.
Any public comments, approval of the
No,
minutes
sir.
for June 6th and June 20th?
So moved. Second?
Moved in second, roll call, please.
Commissioner Gian.
Yes.
Commissioner Lemons.
Yes.
Commissioner Martinez.
Yes.
Vice Chair Hanson.
Yes.
Chair Hoffmeyer.
Yes. Who does reorganization, you or me?
Nominations are open for chair. Are there any nominations?
Nominate Hoffmeyer.
Please indicate your choice for chair. Gian.
Hoffmeyer.
Hanson.
Hoffmeyer?
Hoffmeyer.
Hoffmeyer.
Lemons.
Hoffmeyer.
Martinez.
Hoffmeyer.
Congratulations, Chair Hoffmeyer.
Thank you.
Nominations are open for vice chair. Are there any nominations?
Nominate Hanson.
Please indicate your choice for vice chair. Gian.
Hanson.
Hanson.
Hanson?
Hoffmeyer.
Hanson.
Lemons.
Hanson.
Martinez.
Hanson.
Congratulations, Vice Chair Hanson.
Thank you.
The Paramount Industrial Development Authority is now in session. May I have roll call of directors, please?
Director Gian.
Here.
Director Hoffmeyer.
Here.
Director Lemons.
Here.
Vice Chair Hanson.
Here.
Chair Martinez.
Here. You do the nominations
Oh,
for
this is
chair?
for the approval of minutes?
I'm sorry.
So moved.
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Director Gia?
Yes.
Director Hoffmeyer?
Yes.
Director Lemons?
Yes.
Vice Chair Hansen?
Yes.
Chair Martinez?
Yes.
Nominations are open for chair. Are there any nominations?
Nominate Martinez.
Please indicate your choice for chair. Gian?
Martinez.
Hansen?
Martinez?
Hoffmeyer?
Martinez.
Lemons?
Martinez.
Martinez?
Martinez.
Congratulations, Chair Martinez. Nominations are open for vice chair. Are there any nominations?
Hanson.
Please indicate your choice for vice chair. Gian?
Hanson.
Hansen?
Hanson?
Hoffmeyer?
Hanson.
Lemons?
Hanson.
Martinez?
Hanson.
Congratulations, Vice Chair Hansen.
Thank you.
The Paramount Parking Authority is now in session. May I have roll call of directors, please?
Director Gian?
Here.
Director Hoffmeyer?
Here.
Director Lemons?
Here.
Vice Chair Hansen?
Here.
Chair Martinez?
Here. Approval of minutes?
Move it.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Director Gian?
Yes.
Director Hoffmeyer?
Yes.
Director Lemons?
Yes.
Vice Chair Hansen?
Yes.
Chair Martinez?
Yes.
Nominations are open for chair. Are there any nominations?
Martinez.
Please indicate your choice for chair. Gian?
Martinez.
Hansen?
Martinez?
Hoffmeyer?
Martinez.
Lemons?
Martinez.
Martinez?
Martinez.
Congratulations, Chair Martinez. Nominations are open for vice chair. Are there any nominations?
Hanson.
Please indicate your choice for vice chair. Gian?
Hanson.
Hansen?
Hanson?
Hoffmeyer?
Hanson.
Lemons?
Hanson.
Martinez?
Hanson.
Congratulations, Vice Chair Hansen.
Thank you.
Call to order the Public Financing Authority. Roll call of members.
Director Hoffmeyer?
Here.
Director Lemons?
Here.
Director Martinez?
Here.
Vice Chair Hansen?
Here.
Chair Gian?
Here. Approval of minutes.
Move it.
Second.
Roll call.
Director Hoffmeyer?
Yes.
Director Lemons?
Yes.
Director Martinez?
Yes.
Vice Chair Hansen?
Yes.
Chair Gian?
Yes. And reorganization, selection of a chair.
Nominations are open for
Gillen.
Gian?
Yes.
Hansen?
Yeah. Again. Get me all confused.
Hoffmeyer?
Yeah. Gillen.
Lemons?
Dan.
Martinez?
Gillen.
Congratulations, Chair Gian. Nominations are open for vice chair. Are there any nominations?
Hanson.
Indicate your choice for vice chair. Gian?
Hanson.
Hansen?
Hanson?
Hoffmeyer?
Hanson.
Lemons?
Hanson.
Martinez?
Hanson.
Congratulations, Vice Chair Hansen.
Thank you.
Okay, that ends our meeting. Thank you. I'm gonna have to take all this.
Girl fucker. Huh? You like them? You like them?